Hi there, my name is Beasley B. Milling, and welcome to my channel, Tales from the Fifth House. Today, my goal is to channel some messages that you, the viewer, need to hear today. Please note that tarot is timeless, so it does pick up on past, present, and future energy. So, please take what resonates, but leave the rest. If it doesn't sound like your story, then it likely isn't. But I do encourage all to listen with open minds and an open heart, as this may not be your message, but perhaps there's a little nugget of information you can take and give to someone who needs it. So we're going to get started. I am going to start with some tarot cards, but today I was feeling called to pull out more oracle decks. So we'll see what today's message is for the collective. What do we need to hear? What's the message that you need to hear? So feel free while I shuffle to just, if you want to silently set an intention for yourself and what you hope to gain from this video. And then we will get started. So we have the Seven of Swords. The Fool card flipped over, but not out, so I'm not going to take it. We have the King of Swords flipping over and not out, so I'm not going to take that as well, but let's get one more. And the Page of Pentacles. They both kind of landed on that angle, so I'm going to leave that as such, and I do like to take note of the bottom of the deck, so I'm going to have that up right there. Interesting. So traditionally, the Seven of Swords does represent kind of deceptive energy, trickery, betrayal. So perhaps you are coming out of a period where you might have experienced such energy, or had some encounters with people in your life who were not being very honest. Maybe you have suffered, unfortunately, from some betrayals in the more recent past. But it seems like you are coming out of this energy, since it did come out kind of on an angle, and the card that landed after that was the Page of Pentacles coming out the same. So I feel like the message here is about kind of taking the lesson from those experiences. When we think of pages are considered kind of like novices. They're not knights, nor are they king or queens. They're kind of just starting out fresh, right? It's youthful energy, and it's the Pentacles. This is something tangible, something earth energy, something you can hold. And I'm getting the message that out of these negative experiences that you might have overcome in the past, there in those experiences is something you can take away from it that will benefit you at the end of the day. So yes, you might have gone through this really negative experience, might have experienced some deceit and betrayal, and just, all that comes with those type of emotions or experiences, I should say. But there's still something to be made out of those experiences. There's a lesson to be learned. There's something you can take away so that you've come out feeling empowered and having dealt with that type of energy. And I feel like this, way of looking at life, because swords do represent kind of mental energy, air energy. So if you think of air signs, that would be Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. All very cerebral, intellectual, communication's very big, and kind of related to those signs heavily. I feel like having this mindset that you are going to look for the lessons in some of those negative experiences you might have had, it's going to lead you to a really new, passionate beginning in life. And that could be a beginning about anything, but it's you feeling more passionate and I think more empowered. We have fire energy here with the Ace of Wands. feeling more empowered now that you are kind of armed and equipped with this knowledge, this passion, because you've gone through some things and now you know better. And when you know better, you do better. I am going to pull some oracle cards now to see if we can get more information. I love these oracle cards. It's the New Orleans Oracle. Beautiful artwork. Definitely check it out. What's the message here? Oops, that's a bit too many. Let's see if we can start with one, two. Okay, so I guess 3 cards. We got 4 cards. I'm going to take these 2 and not these 2. Let's see. Ooh, very beautiful card. So we have, I'm going to put this in the center. We have Create Your Reality at number 33, which I think might be an extra confirmation for some of you. You've been seeing 3 3s, 3 3, 3 3 3. Perhaps you want to look up this angel number 33. But yeah, I think it's so interesting, create your reality. And I was just kind of speaking about feeling empowered because your mindset is shifted to, yeah, I went through these really shitty experiences, but look at what they taught me. Rather than I went through these shitty experiences, people are shitty, life is, creating that kind of negative cycle. You create the reality that you experience by determining how you view it, essentially. And I think this is just extra confirmation that it's really important that our thoughts are as fine-tuned or kind of focused on what we can take from the good we can take from all that we experience, because that's only going to bring more good into our lives because we're looking for it, and then we're going to create and find those experiences for ourselves. We also have this card, 8, share your gifts. Yeah, and I think this is very much so related to this Ace of Wands card here, in that, like, having this kind of mindset shift or adopting this thinking where there are never any losses, everything is a lesson in your life, might kind of open your eyes to some of the gifts that are readily available to you right now in this current reality, so you can start shifting and again aligning with those thoughts, because you've done the work, you've taken your experiences, what you've been given, and you've found the gold. You've turned it into something positive, or you can turn it into something positive, or you will turn it into something positive. But it starts with your thoughts and making sure that you are aware of your thoughts and trying to focus on the good in the situation so that you can create more of it. I am being called to pull from this deck. This is my Inner Compass Oracle. I really enjoy this deck. I work with it a lot personally. So I'm very curious to see what comes out with this message. What is the message that you need to hear? Okay, we have diversity. And courtesy. Courtesy, to be polite and considerate towards others, demonstrating civility, respect, good manners, and polished behavior. And then we have diversity, to understand that each individual is unique and recognize our individual differences. These can be along the dimensions of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, age, physical attributes, religious beliefs, political beliefs, or other ideologies. To accept, respect, and revel in diversity, I love to be surrounded with diversity and celebrate differences. I do not value uniformity. Very interesting. So again, I'm really feeling like the message here is the more we adopt this mindset of reflecting, being introspective, and looking for the gold out of every experience that comes our way, because that's where we're experiencing life as it comes, and how we respond and view life as it comes will paint a picture of what that life we then experience will be. And the more we're just, I think it says courteous, and I feel like the more, I'm also hearing compassion. So the more compassion and courteous we are with ourselves, as we, you know, understand, like, just like we've gone through some things, we've done some things, no one is perfect, but if you can still find the good in yourself, then in the experiences that you've gone through, you'll be able to do the same for all of those around you. It'll start to come quite naturally, because again, you're training your brain and your mind to look for the good in experiences, so you're going to start to see the good in all those around you. And I think you might attract, more members of your soul tribe while you're doing this, and feeling more passionate about sharing your gifts, because you want to seek, what's the phrase? What you're seeking is seeking you. And I feel like if you've been doing the work and you are, looking for the good in the situations and trying to be optimistic and hopeful and all that jazz, you're going to start attracting those experiences, and people are going to match those experiences on many different levels and many different kind of areas in your life. I'm going to pull a few dice just to see if we can get some additional messages here, confirmations, things like that. So we have like this key, which I love. I definitely feel like new doors are opening because this mindset shift that you have undergone or will undergo in the future is really gonna unlock some new kind of realities for you that maybe have always been readily available, but due to your thinking, I've been in situations like this personally where because I'm viewing something from one perspective or one lens, I'm limiting myself from all the other opportunities that might be available to me. We want to make sure we're never like blocking our blessings in that sense. Let's get two more. Oh, we have a question mark. Very mysterious. But I do think perhaps this is like a big unknown to you, or I don't know, I'm hearing expect the unexpected as well. So do with that information what you will. And the last one, we have a sheep, which is interesting. I'm thinking of counting sheep, dreams. Maybe pay attention to your dreams. I'm also thinking don't be a sheep. At the very end of this, it says, I do not value uniformity. So I think this is continue to walk to the beat of your own drum. Perhaps this mindset, this way of thinking is very out there for some people that are in your circle, or just maybe very different from maybe how you were raised to view things. But that's okay. We're all allowed to evolve and grow, especially if it's going to benefit the highest good of ourselves and others. So it's important to be okay standing out and being different, because all you're doing is then attracting people who are more like you, and that's the real you that you're discovering you are. All right, so I think I'm going to end that here. I do hope that this resonated in some way, or there was some message that you can take away from this today. Thanks for watching. Bye.